I'm on a mission, driving through hell and back, going to your hey. When we're waking up, yeah, 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 yeah. Baby, don't you change. Why are you only good to me? What are you talking about, copycat? What do you mean? Interesting. I didn't even know you went live. You didn't tell me. I didn't even know. I went shopping before I even came here. I wouldn't know. Why are you only good to me when I'm bad to you? Why am I loving you and hating you is independent on the day. Yeah, I saw, it was like it said 19 minutes ago you ended live, which I didn't know till now because I looked. Dependent on the day, tell me why are you only good to me when I'm bad to you? Oh, actually, you want something crazy too? I was told, that my singing voice is actually, very light and airy, but my low notes are very dark. So I have like a lighter singing style. It's not very say heavy or you know, weighted, like, you know, like when you hear Whitney Houston's belts is very heavy, but mine are like kind of light, kind of similar to how Ariana's would be, and but what do I know? Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's one of those things you kind of gotta like learn about it, about yourself and stuff, and talk to people about it. This is stuff a robot can't teach you, which kind of does make sense because my speaking voice can be very soft. No, I don't mean it in that way. I'm just saying like the tone is very light. Like the voice itself is really light. Cause I thought my voice was kind of low and like I couldn't really do highs. But if your voice is kind of light, you know, then you can. Well, it's true. The AI, I mean, cause that's a robot. Like a robot can't really tell you about yourself the way a human can. Now, whoring, you're the king of plus frames. You should know that wouldn't hit you. I mean, you should know that wouldn't work. They always fall for this. If they would just duck when she does it, they wouldn't have this issue. Ah. She would just duck. Stop pressing the buttons and you won't eat all that damage. I'm not. Trust me, I ain't. Get up. And also, Onyx, that Sunday that I worked, I overslept. I didn't have a chance to really talk to you about it, but I overslept. But no one was mad at me because I'm always like early to my job. I'm always like an hour, 30 minutes early because it's just so easy to get there. I'm not gonna lie to you. Do the financial. Oh yeah, so yeah, my day was off that day too because everybody was getting on my nerves, and then they kept changing rules at my job, and they changed the rules because of that one person that I told you about that was a menace in the job. They changed the rules, so he ended up kind of making the executive director get upset, the head of the building. He got upset and was changing stuff, and now like when we do breaks they have to be a set time. And the thing is, they were always that way, but before they didn't really care to do anything about it because it was never an issue till he came along. So now when you take the breaks, there's a set time in between them, so you have to take them at 7 or 8 o'clock, whereas before you could take them any time. And now they changed it because of him. And then the executive director, what happened was that he had saw someone, he was like reading his newspaper while he was trying to do something like with the resident, and he got upset. He was like, "What, are you at home?" So they got rid of the chair for security because there used to be a chair at the front desk for them, and now it's like there's no chair up there because of that. And it's a good thing, you know, in the context of that security guard that was giving me trouble. But everybody else, I'm like, I'm fine with it. I don't have an issue with them sitting there next to me. But unfortunately, he ruined it. You know, unfortunately. Yeah, I was annoyed about it because it was all these damn changes, Onyx, and it was kind of pissing me off. And then residents were annoying me too. And then here's the thing with the front desk, it got to the point where I didn't really like that added responsibility that they give on me. Yeah, the ones that treat me right, it was a lot of people, but, you know, that one guy, it's like he ruined everything. Because I knew him, like, he was going to be the reason that that something messed up changes with the breaks. Because even if they fire him, they're not going to change those rules anytime soon. I'm really trying to fuck this person up. Even if they fire... I gotta focus, Onyx. Hold on for one moment. I gotta focus. I don't trust Whoring. I don't trust him. You're in jail now. But yeah, the thing is, even if they fire that one dude, it's like, even if they fire him, it's like, we still, yeah. I'm like, yeah, he gonna put this pussy right in your face, swipe your nose like a credit card, you know, that kind of thing, so. But no, even if they fire him, you know, they're not gonna change the rules, because they're gonna make it that way because of him. I would think, realistically. But I had an issue with that executive director like for a while now, and my friend was telling me, because I got my friend the job, and he was like saying because he's noticing all these things as he's working. He's like, yeah, there's a revolting door of people not liking him and not liking the executive director. Because the thing with these executives, sometimes they get hooked. They're very insecure. Everything is always about money, 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 making them look good. It's never about you know, how to make the staff feel better, or what can we do for the staff. It's always the money, 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 money. So it's not very surprising there. But there's supposedly even like a revolting door of people not liking him because of the way that, you know, he's been acting over time. Very entitled, very full of like power. Very big on his own power and stuff, and those kinds of people are annoying to be around. And he's someone that's picked on me for like a while too. He'll do that a lot, like pick on me about stuff. And the thing is, I don't say nothing to him because I'm like, I don't really want to lose my job, and I don't want to risk anything. But suppose I was another person, you'll be getting called out. Like, you would be getting called out. Like, you can't talk to people a certain way like that. Bye, bye, bye. That's what I despise about authoritative figures. They can... Yeah, God forbid I react. It's over. It's like I can't take a joke. I'm an aggressive black person, right? It's so irritating. Yeah, it's like, and the thing is, I have to acknowledge one thing about life. You have to acknowledge when like when you're the weaker person in a battle, when you don't have power. And in that particular case, I'm like, it's not smart to battle somebody that, like, you know, obviously has power over me. Like, I can't react to something like that because it's going to get me in trouble. Yeah, that's what kills me about it. It's like, how am I unprofessional when you sass me? And I get so sick, and that's the thing with the front desk. Like, people always be sassing me, disrespecting me. People always be sassing me, disrespecting me. Always asking me something that they think I should know that I wouldn't know because it's not communicated. That's the problem with my job, too. My bosses, they're not bad at their job. Like, they're very good at their job on their own. But as far as like communicating when new things come up, they don't always do that. Like, you have to kind of ask them if anything new has changed. And, you know, unfortunately, that's a problem. Because when we have a company that like is constantly changing rules left and right, it's gonna get to a point where like you have to kind of communicate that, because even the trans security guy I told you about, the trans security guy that I told you about, he was telling me that, like, why didn't she communicate that stuff to me? I was right there, cause he has a point. It's like she was right there when she was leaving, so she could have said to him, hey, these are the new rules, you know, just keep that in mind. Like, you have to cover the brakes. You have to cover the front desk brakes, the back entrance, the back entrance. Nope, the back entrance can't cover them anymore. So you have to be the one to cover the brakes. But she didn't mention that to me because I had heard from, because before it's like she let the back entrance receptionist do the brakes, and it was never a problem. But I guess what happened was that maybe the manager spoke to her. I'm sorry, the head of the head of the building spoke to her about it and told her these are the new changes. But she didn't communicate that to any of us. So what happened was that I had to make a mistake or do something kind of unknowingly. Take your time to out. Yeah, I'm really trying to. It's hard to focus and do this at the same time, but like, oh god, my brain is blocked. It's not that I don't know what I'm talking about, it's just trying to focus and do this at the same time is very difficult, so. I'm like stuttering, it's so hard. Yeah, it's very difficult because my brain can't, get the fuck up. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Oh shit, I meant to hit fight again, but oh well. I wasn't focused. But yeah, she should have talked to us about that, because if you have these rules and stuff and they've changed, or you know your boss told you that you have to do them this way, you need to talk to us about that, because we don't want to get fired, and then you're responsible for us. So if something If something goes wrong in your department, you have to be the one to address it. You know, you gotta be the one to address it. So, so while I do like my boss a lot, you know, I have to admit, you know, when she's wrong, I can't, you know, she's not always going to be right in every situation for me. And in that particular scenario, she should have talked to Z and told him, you know, hey, these are the new rules. And mind you, also the other side of the coin too, me and Z have been getting along a lot lately, which was something I never expected. I'm kind of used to, like, if I mess up, or say if someone, you know, I guess has rubbed me the wrong way, I'm kind of used to, like, oh well, we don't hash things out, because that's the you know, the unfortunate reality about life. Like, you're not really supposed to hold on to stuff, but people don't always do that, and people sometimes have their mind made up about you. And I kind of thought, I'm like, oh well, if people have their mind made up about me, then I guess it is what it is. I can't, you know, I can't change that or whatever, which is fine. I mean, I don't expect. Why is there these fucking... Something has to be done about this damn fridge. I don't know why stuff's crawling here. I'm kind of used to people having their mind made up about stuff, and I kind of realized as I got, you know, as an adult, like, that's not always the right thing to do, and it's not always necessary. Because sometimes in life, people are just going to rub you the wrong way. But you gotta learn how to, I guess, essentially handle when they rub you the wrong way. Like, try to give it some leeway. Like, if they rub you the wrong way, don't try to react so negatively right away and talk about them, because that will ruin it. And it will make it hard for people to trust you in the end. Have you fought this player before? I just don't. Paul player's bottom of the barrel for me. Ah, slow as that low is, I thought I hit down back, but it didn't happen. That's 0 on block. That's not very threatening, to be honest. Ah! Ah, damn it. Oh. Oh god, I tried to parry thinking it was gonna be a punch. Sorry, that guy was getting my nerves. Get out of here. Get out of here now. Yeah, it's like, stop doing that. But yeah, it's like, you gotta communicate when things change, you know? You can't tell your staff, you know, or expect your staff to follow the rules and then say we're not listening to you, but then you don't tell us like the changes that happen. Like people, like you can't assume that your frontline staff is always going to tell people when new things change. Like a lot of us don't know. Like you can't assume we're going to ask each other. Like we're not all that close like that, to be honest. And Alex, I'm gonna be working Friday, so not gonna be able to play after 8 Friday. So if there's a day, like maybe Wednesday or Sunday that you have in mind, we can do that, but I'm not gonna be able to do it Friday, because I'm always... That's the other problem too. The other thing I want to get into. That annoys me a lot. So I'm always working like the Friday and the weekend shifts. I'm never really off, and people always ask me like, you know, like, oh, did you go home last night? Or like, you know, are you full-time? Or I thought you were full-time. I'm like, no, I'm not full-time. And I get annoyed because I'm like, don't y'all pay attention to my schedule? It shows what's on there. Yeah, and I really hate it. Like I'm always working like the Friday, Saturday, Sunday range. It's like I never really get like a day off, and I kind of wish I did, because it's like I'm working all these days, and I'm not really getting like a day off like that, and it kind of throws my schedule off, you know? Like I gotta work all these freaking days, and I don't really get a break because I'm always working so much, and it's just very annoying. It drives me nuts. And then it's worse because my friend, he's always... How can I put it? He works 3 days of the week, right? But he'll never... He doesn't ever work Fridays or Saturdays. And I understand, you know, like, the Saturday I get because of religion, but it's kind of unfair because it's like... Here's the thing, I gotta cover that because... The one woman by default who's on call, you know, she can't do most of the days because she already has her own full-time job, and my boss doesn't trust her to come in because she's always late. She doesn't trust her to come in on time because she's always late. So she doesn't schedule her for as many days. Damn it, she doesn't schedule for as many days. And she's also one of those people, it's like she don't want to do the weekends. So that's also a problem in and of itself. She doesn't want to do the weekends. The other on-call person also has their own job. And she can't really do 3 to 11 anymore. Why is that move so damn laggy? Why? That's one of the worst moves on Whip, seriously. Oh, God, I'm really annoyed. Like, I want to mow down his health bar, but I can't do it. But the other on-call lady, she has her own job, so she can't really work during the week anymore, like she could before. So can't really do it anymore because she works during the week with her other full-time job. The other girls, the other two that are for the back entrance, and they're paid differently because of the way it works. They're paid differently. Their payroll is set up differently. Yo. Yeah, goodbye, Marduk. I mean, it was worse than Tekken 5 because we know how that played out, but you know, goodbye. Yeah, so the other girls are in the back. They're in the back entrance. They can't really work at the front because their payroll is set up differently. I found it out from my boss. So we have 7 receptions, right? So I think I mentioned like 2. So that's like 4 people already knocked out that I just mentioned. Um, what else? So that leaves us with like a full-time person. Well, actually, there's two other people like I mentioned. The full-time lady, she has 7 to 3 for the week. So she has the day shift, and with her, it's like, here's the thing: we're not making any money. The company's not making any money right now as far as getting people to move in. So there isn't really any opportunity for overtime. So they don't want us doing it. They don't really want to give us overtime like that. The second thing too, that one lady that works 7 to 3, she doesn't really ever do overtime, or really, nor does she really want to, because it's like she feels as though, why should she be doing, overtime like that when she already has her own schedule? So she definitely don't want to do it. So that knocks us out one to another person. So that means, yeah, she's out. The other person is the doorman. He used to do security, but now he's the doorman. He's definitely not doing it because he's worked 12-hour shifts as security before. So why on earth would he ever do it now, So he's definitely not going to want to do it. So that leaves us with basically me and my friend to do these 3 to 11s, basically. And it's kind of annoying because it's like, I don't want to keep doing them. I don't want to keep working at night like that. Like, it's very annoying. I mean, I don't have a problem with working at night. It becomes an issue when it's the weekend and it's all the time. Like, I like, no matter what, I never get like some leeway. It always is an issue, and it's always an issue. And it's just not fair to me because I have to keep covering it, and she feels so entitled that she doesn't want to do the weekend. And I get it, she's number 2 on the list, but it's like, you can't. Just because you have seniority, like, you're still part-time. Like, you need to, because here's the thing, and my boss has been talking about switching the schedules a little bit, like kind of rotating it, and I'm always working the weekend, or working a night on the weekend. And it gets very irritating because I don't really get a life out of this, and it's very frustrating. And again, I understand business need, but you can't push this on to me like this. Like, it's not fair. I have a life outside of this, and not saying that like I'm always gonna hang out on the weekend, but it's very annoying when my friends, or when things come up like concerts, stuff like that. I can't do it now, but say if I had the money and I could do it, it's like, it's very annoying when concerts come up and I have to be the one to do these shifts like this. Like, it's not fair. Like, I can't be the only option when things go south. I can't be the only option. There needs to be another person to cover these hours because I can't keep doing them. Because here's the thing, when I go to my bigger school, I might not have the same time I have now. I just might not. I might not have it as easy as I did before. Cause see, before when I was at before when I was closer to the job, I could afford to maybe do certain things like that. I might not have that luxury when I go there now. When I go there next year, so it's like, what are you gonna by then I'm gonna have to get somebody to work that shift or something. I'm gonna have to talk to my boss about hiring another person because we need another person, because it's not fair. Like, I'm covering all these shifts, and these ladies don't want to do any work low key. And my one friend, it's like he don't want to work Friday and Saturday. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I get it's kind of tough. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm in a tough spot, right? Because I understand, those weekends, like doing those weekends like that matter a lot because it does increase my chances of having more days. But it also does suck because when people ask me, oh, can we go out, can we hang out? I can never really hang out because it's always, well, you worked at this time. And it's just not fair to me, I shouldn't have to cover it like that. I shouldn't have to do that, but it's what it is, I gotta do it. But the other thing I wanted to mention about that too, about, those shifts, with that, I'm gonna yawn. The other thing I wanted to mention, so what's annoying with that the weekend, right? I have to do basically, what is it, 3 to 11 that night on Saturday, right? I gotta take time to get home, and then on top of that, I gotta take the time to get home. Then I have to wake right back up for the morning to make it to my 7 to 3 shift, so my friend can do the night. And it's very annoying because it's like, here's the thing. When I'm doing a schedule like that, in that way, it makes it hard to get any sleep. Because I'm essentially going right home, getting, if I leave like slightly early and get home, I'm getting about like roughly 5 hours of sleep, as opposed to 4. And I really need all that time to sleep because I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna go to work the next morning, get there, and be dead tired. And the thing with the front desk Onyx that I realize now, and I have to really improve this if I'm gonna be working there, because it might catch up to me one day. I cannot be in a bad mood. Recently, when I've been working, I've been in a bad mood. I felt tired. I felt like I didn't get any sleep. I felt miserable, low-key, because of all the stuff that's been happening in my life and at work. I've been feeling very miserable about it. And unfortunately, people notice when you're not in a good mood. They notice when I'm not in a good mood. So what always happens, people ask me a ton of questions like, "Oh, are you okay? Oh, did I rub you the wrong way?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about? You didn't rub me the wrong way." And it's like, no, you didn't rub me. You didn't rub me the wrong way. Like, I have people thinking I'm pissed at them. People thinking I'm pissed at them. I'm like, no, I'm not mad at you. You didn't do anything. I'm going, but you know, I had to explain to them. You know, I'm kind of, you know, I get disrespected a lot up here. A lot of things do happen that you probably don't see, and you know, I try to kind of keep face, and I don't want people thinking I hate them or anything. Not that I care what people think of me, but you know, if I'm working and you know, I'm not really bothering people, I wouldn't expect. I should not expect people to come up to me and feel threatened by my appearance. I don't want people scared of me, you know? Like, that's not who I am. That's not how I roll, you know? So, a woman had asked me that. She was like, "Hey, did I rub you the wrong way?" And I'm like, "No, why would you think that?" And I felt really bad when she asked me that, because it made me kind of realize, yeah, I'm not good at hiding my emotions. I'm not good at, maybe not appearing pissed off or whatever. I originally wasn't getting them, but I got tired of blocking and avoiding stuff. But she assumed that I was upset at her, and I'm like, I'm not mad at you. You didn't do nothing to me. Why would I be mad at someone when he did nothing to me, you know? But unfortunately, with the front desk, you know, a lot of it is just, you know, you're the face of the company, so people expect a lot of you, even though you don't make all that much. Even though the reality is you're not a top earner. Like 13 an hour for the front desk, that's kind of low, to be honest. And you know, I was talking to my friend. I was like, a white person. I'm not trying to bring up race or anything, but what white person is gonna work for 13 an hour if it's not in their own hometown? If it ain't what is it? If it ain't the suburbs where they live at, they're not gonna work that job. Especially with how expensive those passes are to get in those areas where I live at. Especially with how expensive those passes are. God, Hormink, stop! It's too much damn pressure, like, get off of me, dude. Like, I don't want you anywhere near me. Like, I can't hit him out of this stuff. It's very frustrating. I'm gonna finish my words in a second. It's kind of hard to focus because this dude likes to spam. Because he's weird. Weird ass nigga. Fucking weirdo. You're gonna mash buttons on me like that, asshole. You can go. Like, you can really go. I'm not dealing with this. I'm not in the mood. Not in the mood. You can go. Yeah, what I was saying was that, I got my brain blocked. Yeah, it's like people would ask me that stuff, and it's like, no, I'm not in a bad mood, but I'm like, I'm kind of going through a lot, and, you know, I really tried to force myself to smile a bit more. Oh, okay. Oh my god, these chainsaws. Why is step weird like that? That's so weird. I never hit anyone with this move, I gotta say. It never happens. Why the fuck are we fighting? Again. We've just gone over this. I'm so sick of this character. I'm so sick of him. Like, I can't get him off of me. I can't. Yeah, I only did that because it was unblockable, but if it wasn't... Ah! Can't stop! Weird ass nigga. Round 4. Fight. Yep. No, we're not doing it. It's not happening. I ain't in the mood. You're getting spammed. like I'm so sick of blocking all the stuff. Like I don't want to keep blocking it. I don't have patience. You're so weird. Cause it's like, how the hell am I gonna throw them off? Get laughed at, fucking whore. Bitch ass nigga, like, for real. Yeah, he ducked, because I guess he thought a low was happening. Jesus Christ, that annoyed the hell out of me. But yeah, it's like, it gets very annoying, like, I have to keep working those hours like that. I don't really have a personal life. Now, in this current case, I don't really have the time to really, yeah, but I don't really have the time to really do like anything fun at the moment, just because I'm kind of like, I'm trying to like pay off my school balance because I owe money to the school for my last semester, and I've never had that issue before, but I had to actually pay it off this time because the grants and the money, it just wasn't coming in fast enough, so I really had to pay that stuff off, and I'm gonna be honest, I did not want to do it. I really didn't. I don't make a lot of money like that. I'm not rich. I don't have a rich family. I don't have two CEOs for parents, so it's like, it's kind of, why on earth would I ever really get anything like that, you know? But yeah, I had to just, you know, pay it off. And there was a day I cried because it was overwhelming, because all the help that I wanted to get was not happening, and it wasn't happening, you know, as far as like my speed. So I had to kind of just pay what I could, but I wasn't happy with it. Like, for the first time in my life, like, things are not going, really weren't going the way that I wanted, and they didn't, you know, they wouldn't go away after months. Like, you know, it's one of those things, like, you have to tend to it. And, you know, I'm so dead serious about, like, debt and stuff like that. Like, I want to avoid it the best way I can, because things like this, you know, you know, people don't have $3,000 or $2,000 to spend in a lot of cases, and the average person, like, if you know someone who's 22 making that much, they must be doing something really right, or they've gotten quite the head start. Because I don't, well, I'm not 22 anymore, I'm 23 now, but, you know, the average person my age is not making all that much, I guarantee you that. And if they are given money like that, their parents gave it to them, because there's just no way. There's just no way. So, unfortunately for me, the way that I kind of, you know, succeed in life, or beating the typical, you know, the key to having, I guess, the 9 to 5 job that will really pay me is to work in corporate. But unfortunately, it takes a lot of work, because you do have to have experience to work these jobs, because a lot of them, they're not willing to really teach you how to do your job like that. They kind of just, they just want people to just know what they're doing by default, and that's just not the way that's gonna work. You know, you got to have someone teach you. Yeah, Brian players love to do that punch, rising up. Prime players love doing that. Oh. Oh my god. No. Mm. Oh, the other thing I want to mention too while I'm here, well, before I'll get into that in a minute. But yeah, it's like for me, you know, in order for me to really, I guess, want to have that typical 9 to 5 schedule and have, you know, the rest of my day to enjoy myself, would have to work my way up and go to school and kind of get and kind of get my degree from there. And I feel like that will probably be the best way. Because my current job, I don't feel like it's going to be one of those jobs where, like, I'm going to be able to just rise up and shoot to the top and or be like a director of some sorts. I just don't think it's going to happen in that way. I'm really going to have to work my ass off outside and then go through school and then go from there. Because it does not seem like a job that's going to really, like, give me what I want. I hate to say. They don't even I don't even think they offer tuition assistance. I'll have to ask if that's the case, but I don't think they offer it, to be honest. Hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna ask my manager if they offer that. I don't think they do, though. I don't think they do. Of course he would low parry, damn robot, but, I'm gonna ask, maybe it's only, obviously it might be for full-time employees only, but, I'm gonna ask. Oh, okay. But, I don't even think they offer that, so I'm gonna ask, but they might not offer it. Or they might not offer it for that department. For concierge. Ugh. That's better wall carry. Nope. Let me do something. Oh god, you would use the low when you're being pressured. Alright, let me try something. No! 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 Wait! Ah! Oh, God! No! No! Oh my god. Don't do anything. Please don't do anything. I just want you to know, I made a big mistake, alright? I didn't mean to do that, okay? I ain't mean to do it. I didn't mean... Well, Onyx will know I didn't mean to do it! I didn't mean to do it! I was just, testing something out, but I won, so... That's good. Oh my god. Yeah, let's run. I was just so annoyed I didn't like him. But yeah, I feel like it's gonna be one of those jobs where like I'm not really gonna have like a way to really move up the way that I would want. Because I want like a different position in the building. Because my friend was asking me, he was like, "Are you? Do you feel like you'll be ready for that?" I'm like, "Yeah." I mean, but if I wanna get out of here, this is what I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to just move up in the building, because, I don't really agree with these changes in this building like this. I hate to say, I don't agree with it. And unfortunately, you know, when one or two people do something in the department, it affects all of us. So we all have to be affected by that. And one thing about jobs, I feel like jobs where they have like a shift work or a team of people, I feel like that's when things, you know, start to kind of fall down. And things aren't necessarily too nice. Like, I feel like that's when things aren't really too great. And things start to kind of fall down. Like, when things start to fall down in that way, or there are all these changes, I'm like, that's kind of my sign that I'm like, I shouldn't be here for too long. And I'm just not sure, how do people stay at these jobs for all this time? Like, staying at a job for 10 years? 20 years? I mean, I can imagine you might feel kind of screwed, you know, because they're paying you a lot more than us, but I can imagine you might feel kind of screwed, you know? You might feel a little screwed, so... Yeah, I wouldn't like that aspect of it at all. But I mean, yeah, I'm just over it. I'm over it with that stuff. I really don't like it. I'm over it. So hopefully, one day, you know, I can get the job that I want. Yeah, hopefully. I don't expect it to work out now, like right away, because it's not how it works. But I will say, when I go to my bigger school, I'm probably gonna do like an internship. Yeah, it's very stressful. I mean, I have a lot of stuff to pay, and like school, like grades in school is not the issue. I'm doing very well in school right now. I can guarantee you that is not the issue. That is literally the least of my problems. Like, I'm not stressed out by having a test or anything. Least of my problems right now. But my issue with school is just really around the financials and the money. And I will say, going to like a smaller college versus going to like a bigger college, I mean, I can't speak on it from experience because I haven't experienced it yet, but from what I've seen with the numbers in terms of like money and all that, definitely the smaller college is going to be like, you know, a lot, like the resources aren't going to kick in the way that it would be at like maybe a bigger college, you know? So, but the resources aren't going to kick in the same. So there's going to be, I need to start using power crushes, 'cause I don't trust these people. They always spam. Always spam. The resources aren't going to kick in the same. And I believe at bigger schools, the grants tend to be a lot higher. And I saw the data for this one school I had in mind. I was like, that one school making like 30, like it showed up like the average amount of grants a student can get is like 30K. And I was like, whoa, if I get 30K in grants in a year, that's powerful. That's powerful. Like, I'd feel like a rich man. Low key. Yeah, you're an asshole, Nick. Like 30K of money that you don't have to work for is insane. That's a lot of money coming to you at once, I gotta say. And person ain't really dying in the way that I hoped. Oh God. Ah! I don't want to play with that person right now. But that's a lot of money in like a year, you know, to get kind of for free, essentially. And that's not even including scholarships I might earn. If I get scholarships because my grades are kind of high, I'm definitely gonna be getting a lot of money that I didn't expect. I'm gonna be getting like a lot of money, like for literally just getting a grade. Like that's gonna be so insane. And that's the one thing about that's the one advantage about school that like I really like about it. I mean, having to not really. Oh my God, yeah, so much. Earn, you know, getting a lot of money that I didn't have to necessarily work for, and also with this one school, I'm considering if I get higher than a certain GPA, they will cover my tuition, like half of my tuition, 50%, and that's like insane. Like to cover half of my tuition, that's absolutely insane. Like literally that's insane, like to cover my tuition that way. So I'm trying my hardest to really bring my GPA up, like GPA up as high as I can, because I definitely want to finish out strong, because my GPA used to be very low and it could potentially be higher now. If say I do everything right, it could definitely get like really high. Because I've been getting a lot of A's and B's lately, so I really hope that my GPA like reaches high enough. Let me just say something too. I want to see, because that scholarship for transfer students, I need to see something really quick. Just give me one moment. I'm gonna like try to look at it. I'm still here, but I'm gonna try to look for it. Oh, also, are you still awake, or are you, like, sleeping yet? Yeah, I looked at it. So there's not really a GPA requirement for it, but technically there kind of is, because to get in, like, you have to have like a 2.75, I believe, of GPA. But honestly, I think about it, that's not really that hard to get. In retrospect, it's way easier than 3.5. Like, the 3.0 is a lot manageable, but With that being said, the grant pays you for every credit hour you enroll during your first. In order to be considered for a grant grad, it's a lot. Ooh. Students enrolled. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do it this way. I might actually be able to, cause I don't know if I should just get my bachelor's and then go back for the master's. I don't even know. I might as well just get a master's, but I don't know. I'm like, should I even get the bachelor's or the master's? Like, I'm like, I don't know. I really don't know. It's a lot. It's a lot of decision making. Geesh, it's a lot of decision making. It is not easy. Kill fucking marry you. Kill fuck marry are the things I wanna do to you. And I don't need. And then the carousel. What do I have to do? Well, Alex, I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna head out for the... Wait. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna head out for the night, probably. So, I will see you later.